Dear student, I am taking your first lecture for Unit 1 and Unit 2 for Unit 1 and Unit 2 of a paper EL 6501. In Unit 1, I will discuss multiplier IC, its applications, differentiator circuit, integrator circuit, some analog computation circuit, computations. In a Unit 2, I will discuss PLL. It is nothing but the phase lock loop IC. This both unit I will discuss from your textbook is linear integrated circuits by D. Roy Chaudhary and Sahil B. Jain. From this book, I will discuss the above mentioned topic. Let us start the lecture number first for multiplier IC. There are several applications of analog multiplier IC. There are several applications of analog multiplier IC such as frequency doubler, second, to find real power, third, as a squarer to find the square of the signals, fifth, to detect phase, or you can say find phase difference between two signals, fifth, to find square root of the signal, multiplication of two signal, seven, division of one signal by another signal. See, there are, in the first lecture I am discussing the multiplier IC. There are several applications of multiplier IC such as frequency doubling, means if you want to double your frequency of the input signal, then multiplier IC will be used. To find the real power of the signals, to find the square of the signal. If you want to find the phase of the signal, then you can use the multiplier IC, or if you want to find the phase difference between the two signals, then this also is used. If you want to find the square root of the signal, then you can use your multiplier IC. Multiplication of the two signals and for division of the signals, the multiplier IC are there. These are some applications I have mentioned here. Now, the schematic diagram of multiplier IC for AD5333, for AD5333, I am showing you. This is a multiplier IC number. This is a schematic diagram of multiplier IC. Here you are applying the two signal. This is a pin number 1, this is a pin number 3. Here let me say that suppose you are applying VX signal, VY signal. Here pin number 6 is always kept at the ground. Here pin number 8 for power supply, pin number 5 for negative power supply. Generally we are keeping plus and minus 15 volt. The pin number 7 is taken as output. Pin number 2 is short circuit with the output, and this is your output of a multiplier IC. This is schematic diagram of the multiplier IC I am showing you. 533, and this is a pin number it is mentioned. The output of this multiplier IC is given by VO is called Vx into Vy upon V reference voltage. Remember one thing, for multiplier IC, this is your output voltage, and generally V reference is kept less than 10 volt. Less than 10 volt. Vx and Vy is always kept less than V reference. If this is Vx and Vy is less than, then Vy can write Vx into Vy upon V reference. Otherwise, if Vx Vy is greater than V reference, then VO will be saturated. VO will be saturated. I think you understand. The two input signal is always kept less than V reference. If you keep less than V reference, then your output is VO is equal to Vx into Vy upon V reference. Otherwise, VO output will be saturated. There are three types of the multiplier IC. There are three types of the multiplier IC. First quadrant multiplier IC. Second, two quadrant multiplier IC. Two quadrant multiplier IC. Third, four quadrant multiplier IC. Four quadrant multiplier IC. If both the signal Vx and Vy is positive, then it is called first quadrant multiplier IC. If both the signals Vx and Vy are positive, then IC is called first quadrant multiplier. In first quadrant multiplier IC, both the signals are positive. In a two quadrant multiplier IC, one signal is kept positive, and another signal is allowed to swing for positive and negative sign both. Listen again. In a two quadrant multiplier IC, one signal is kept positive and another signal is allowed to swing for positive and negative sign both, then it is called two quadrant multiplier IC. Here both the signal you have to keep positive. Here both the signal is you have to keep the positive for first quadrant multiplier. For a second quadrant, one signal is kept positive, other signal is allowed to swing for positive and negative sign both. For a fourth quadrant multiplier IC, both the signals Vx and Vy is allowed to swing for positive and minus sign, for positive and negative sign. So it is called four quadrant multiplier IC. So there are three multiplier IC, one quadrant multiplier IC, two quadrant multiplier IC, four quadrant multiplier IC. In a first quadrant, both the signal is allowed for positive sign. In two quadrant, one is kept positive, other is allowed to swing for positive negative sign. In a fourth quadrant, both the signal are allowed to swing for positive and negative sign. Now, you can design a different circuit which gives the multiplication of the two input signal. Just for your understanding, suppose I want to multiply these two signals, V1 and V2, whose output is Y. You can do this multiplication with the help of log and anti-log amplifier. See, this way you can do. If I am taking the log on both the sides, then so let me say this is log y, this is your z. Z is nothing but you can say the sum of log of the two signals. So here I can write y is equal to anti-log of this. Suppose I want to find the multiplication of the two signals, then this is the way you can design the circuit. Say you are giving the input signal V1 to the log amplifier 1. This is your log amplifier. Suppose already you know what is log amplifier. So you will get this is your ln V1. Now you are giving the input signal V2 to the another log amplifier. You are giving input signal V2 to the another log amplifier. I'll get output log of V2 signal. See here what I did the summation. So I can do the here summation of these two signals with the help of summing amplifier. With the help of summing amplifier. So I'll get here output is Z. Z is nothing but you know ln V1 plus ln V2. If you have a problem, I can write like this. So Z is nothing but the ln V1 plus V2. Now to find the output, what I have to do? I have to take here, I have to keep here anti-log amplifier. Anti-log of Z. So I'll get my output Y. See what I did. I want to find the Y, means it is a multiplication of two input signals. With the help of log and anti-log amplifier, you can find the output y. So by giving the input V1 to the one log amplifier, V2 to the another log amplifier, you will get output of the log amplifier is ln V1 and ln V2. With the help of summing amplifier, you will get here ln V1 plus ln V2. So this Z you are giving to the anti-log amplifier. So by taking the anti-log of the Z, you will get output is your Y. So in this way you can design the circuit to find the multiplication of the two signals. Let us see the discussion for frequency doubler with the help of multiplier IC. See, in this section I will derive the equation of the output voltage of the multiplier IC, and by slightly doing some modifications you can get double the frequency. You can get the frequency of the signal which is double than the frequency of the input signal. You know, your output of the multiplier IC is given by Vx into Vy upon V reference. If I take Vx is equal to this signal and Vy is equal to Vy into sine omega t plus theta, and first I am deriving the equation of the output voltage. The equation of the output voltage of the multiplier IC is Vx into Vy upon V reference. Let us take your two input signal Vx and Vy like this, having a frequency omega, but they are having a phase difference omega theta. They are having a phase difference how much? Theta. So I can write Vo is equal to Vx into Vy upon V reference. By putting the value of Vx and Vy, I am getting Vx sin omega t into Vy sin omega t plus theta. So I can write Vx Vy sin omega t into sin omega t plus theta. This is your V reference. So I can write this is your Vx Vy sin omega t. What is this value? You know, sin omega t cos theta plus cos omega t sin theta upon V reference. You know this sin A plus B is nothing but the sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. So sin omega t plus theta is sin omega t cos theta plus cos omega t sin theta. So I am using the rule of the trigonometry, I find this. Okay, now. So this is your Vx, this is Vy. Sin square omega t cos theta upon V reference plus, you can write Vx Vy sin omega t cos omega t sin theta upon 2. So I can write Vx Vy cos theta V reference sin square omega t plus Vx Vy 2V reference multiply by 2 and divide by 2. Look here, you know sin square omega t is equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2, and 2 sin omega t cos omega t is equal to sin 2 omega t. If you do not know, you can put here using this a is equal to b is equal to omega t. You can find sin 2 omega t is equal to 2 sin omega t cos omega t. You can check this already you study. So I am using this sin square omega t is equal to this relation between sin and cos, and for this I am putting this value. So I am getting here Vx, Vy, cos theta upon V reference into 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2 plus Vx, Vy upon 2V reference into this is your sin 2 omega t sin theta. So if you sort it out your output equation, then you will get Vx, Vy cos theta upon 2V reference minus you can get Vx, Vy cos 2 omega t upon 2V reference. So Vx, Vy, this is your cos theta right here. This is a cos theta plus Vx, Vy, 2V reference into sin 2 omega t sin theta. So I can write Vx, Vy cos theta upon 2V reference plus Vx, Vy upon 2V reference into bracket sin 2 omega t sin theta minus cos 2 omega t into cos theta. Look here, these output equations contains this output equation. Look here, by putting this value, this is a simplification. You can see. So this output equation contains DC term. This is your DC terms plus some phase angle, and this is your AC terms. In AC, your frequency is double. See, your frequency is double. You can block your DC and you get your output only AC. So this is the equation of the output voltage. This is the equation of the output voltage for multiplier IC. Suppose you want to get the perfect frequency doubler. Then perfect frequency doubler can be obtained by this. Output of the multiplier IC contains the two terms, DC term plus AC term. In DC term, it contains the multiplication of the magnitude of the two signal with phase angle, and in second term, it get the what? Frequency is double than the input signal. If you want to get the perfect frequency, this is our time varying. This is a constant term. There is no signal vary with the time. So it is called DC, and this is your AC term. So if you want to get the perfect frequency doubler, then I am keeping a input frequency is same for the input for the two input signal. This is your pin number 1 Vx, this is your pin number 3, this is your Vy, this is your X, this is your Y, pin number 6 is ground, this is your A, V positive, that is we are keeping plus 15 voltage. Here we are giving minus 15 voltage. Your pin number 2, this is your 6. Let us see my output voltage. Now my output voltage, I can say VO is equal to Vx into Vy upon V reference, and I am giving you Vx is equal to Vx sin omega t and Vy is equal to Vy sin omega t. Frequency is same, so I am getting your Vx sin omega t, Vy sin omega t upon V reference. So I am writing Vx into Vy upon V reference multiplied by sin square omega t. And already you know this. What is sin square omega t? You know Vx Vy upon V reference. This is another 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. So equation of the output voltage for such modified circuit is Vx Vy upon 2V reference minus Vx Vy cos 2 omega t upon 2V reference. This is your DC terms and this is your AC terms, which contains the frequency is how much? 2 omega. Input frequency of signal is how much? Omega. Now, if I connect here the capacitor, if I connect this capacitor, then this block this term, it block the DC terms. This capacitor of the order of 1 microfarad. You are connecting in series with the output. So your DC frequency will block and you will get only your AC signal. Only your AC signal having a frequency 2 omega t. So your output signal having a frequency double than your input signal. So your output signal having a frequency 2 omega and input signal having a frequency how much? Omega. So if you connect the one capacitor in series with the output, then this capacitor block this DC term and allow only AC. So with capacitor I can write, if C is connected in series with the output signal, in series with output, then DC is blocked, DC will be blocked. Only AC signal is obtained. Only AC signal is obtained. So when this AC signal having a frequency double than the input signal, you can see here. So in this way you can use your multiplier IC to get double the frequency of the input signal. Now let us see the second application. We will see the second applications. Squarer. We will see the second application. Let us see the another application. square circuit. Application of multiplier IC to do the square of the any positive or negative number. The basic multiplier IC can be used to find the square of the any positive or negative numbers, provided the positive and negative number should be between 0 to reference voltage, between 0 to reference voltage. If I am short circuiting these two and I am giving this your input signal is Vi, this is a pin number 8, this is a 5, V plus, already you know this is a 2, this is a 7, your 6 is ground, pin number 1 and 3. The equation of my output voltage I can write. So it is nothing but the Vi square upon V reference, provided your Vi should be between 0 and V reference. So to obtain the square of the any positive and negative numbers, you have to short circuit both the signal, and that number, that voltage is to be connected, this your DC voltage is to be connected either plus or minus, but that voltage value should be between 0 to V reference. Then you can do you can get the square of the your signal. See, the square of the signal at the square of that number, let me say use a word to get the square of the number at the output. Suppose someone says, sir, I have given your like this signals, Vi is nothing but the Vm sin omega t. Then your equation of the output voltage is nothing but the Vm square sin square. Then your equation is Vm square sin square omega t upon V reference, and if you can write Vm square upon 2V reference minus, you can say Vm square cos 2 omega t upon 2V reference, means you will get your DC and AC terms into the output. So in this way you can obtain the square, and if you want to get what the output across some voltage, then what I can do? I can do like this. I can connect here some load, your RL, and I'll get here the output VO is nothing but the Vi square upon V reference. Today we have seen the two applications and is equation of the output voltage. Next time we will see the more application. Okay, here is the end of the lecture.